Hello miners, Rusty coming at you with another CIVIVI pickup. We are looking at the CIVIVI Hadros, and I just really like the CIVIVI knives. I'm kind of collecting them. Got many of them, 10 or 12. So I got an email from, it was Blade Ops, I believe, said they had a CIVIVI sale. I clicked on the email. Believe it or not, $28.50. Had to buy it. Now the green, they come in an olive micarta, and they come in, I don't remember, maybe a green micarta, or yellowish kind of a thing maybe. And they were 51 bucks. So I pulled the trigger on this, picked it up, and we're going to talk about it today. So it's a Mallery design. I'm going to show you that more in a second, and you can't see it, but it's 10CR15CoMoV. It's a Chinese equivalent to VG10. And of course, it's a Wharncliffe, and it has a hollow grind. So we'll get into that. Very slim handle, but the ergos are comfortable. Very nice jimping here. And dual thumb studs. Lockup sucks, completely sucks for Rusty. There's no access on this side. You take a look and just nothing there. You have to kind of dig in and pinch it to move it over, and at the same time press on the back of the blade to push it forward. You can see how slim that is. One thing I do like is how this blade follows the handle lines. I've always wanted to see that on a knife, and very, very few of them do that. And another thing, just a tad off center. CIVIVI usually comes very centered. I thought this might be a factory, not a factory second, but a open box return, but the box it came in was taped on both ends. So it's a brand new knife. Let's see if we can see inside. We do have some milled liners. You can see cut out in there. And just a little spot right back here, it looks like. There. You get a little bit. That might be a tough sharpening choil. You'll see later on. You got to watch where that plunge grind will lead you to. And we're going to check it for sharpness. So, no words on today's cartoon. We got Pinocchio in the desert, and instead of buzzards, we got woodpeckers. Poor old Pinocchio went and died. So let's go ahead and give this one a shot. Okay. You know, most of my CIVIVIs have come sharp, and this one's getting it done there. Let's take a peek at, oh boy. Okay. I'll try a different peanut. These are the peanuts it came packed in. Okay. Might have to do some work. It's a good looking edge. I just don't know. It doesn't feel sharp. Yeah, it doesn't. So it's thin. I believe it's in that 18 thousandths, maybe a little thinner. Let's go ahead and break out some other knives. Well, you guys haven't seen a lot of this one. This is the small RKO by Artesian Cutlery. Happens to be in brass. And we'll throw that out there. And I paid $40-something for that. Comes in D2 steel. But why are we seeing this one, Rusty? It's also a Mallery design and an exclusive from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So that's what we're looking at there. Do like the ergos. Jimping's not as rough as it is on the CIVIVI. That's actually better on the CIVIVI. So kind of compare these two. See what you get there. Access to the lock bar. Now he put access on this one, and then what he didn't do is put an early detent on it, so it's got a late detent. But he did take that knife blade and run it with the handle. So yay, Dylan. Thank you for doing that. Okay, well, we're going to also whip out With Armor Gasper. This one has an aluminum frame, and I believe D2. Okay, so comes with that. And an interesting side note here, Dylan Mallery, he's a young guy, if you guys know him or not, and his first knife was produced by With Armor. He did the sheep's foot and he did the Dro. So check out With Armor Dro, D-R-O, and With Armor sheep's foot. And now I like this one. It's got a nice looking Wharncliffe. So not sure. This CIVIVI looks pretty mean too. And I'm just not sure if I like a Wharncliffe. I know that that's actually an old knife style design, and this one's got great way to, you know, when you move up like this and you can cut this way, you use that tip. That's fantastic. But I did try to cut actually some cooked chicken breast, and I was having a little bit of trouble with it just because you can't really use much of your knife. You're only using, you know, this top part. But you can do pinch grips, you can do draw cuts, and as far as those particular movements, it does well. Comes with great micarta. I do like the micarta on this one. If you could fix that lock stick, man, I'd really appreciate that. But you know what? This one also has lock stick, and you'll pay 45 bucks for that knife and D2, and you get all kinds of branding on the blade there. So all right, well, we're going to just continue with the show, bring out the QSP Penguin, just because Wharncliffe's and sheep's foot are very, very similar. Wharncliffe, so a sheep's foot rounds down, and a Wharncliffe kind of stretches out to the point. And so this I would call a Wharncliffe, this one I would call a sheep's foot, but they get lumped into the same category a lot of times. And for 32 bucks, denim micarta is nice. This is the one I'd go with, and it's running on washers, but this is, you know, drop shutty. They're very comparable this way. And this Penguin, you guys probably already know, the pocket clip on this actually slides in under the scale. So it comes all the way to the top. But they are about the same knife. However, the blade on this Hadros is just got to be longer. If we line them up here, try to get it just a bit, you know, almost a 1/4 inch, which actually makes quite a bit of difference. So that's a CIVIVI Hadros. It's a nice knife. Going to go in my collection with the rest of my CIVIVIs. Maybe I'll keep it out for a while till I get that lock stick to go away. Maybe put an edge on it. We'll see. Needs a little bit of work. Just for fun, since you guys have stuck around, take a peek at my first purchase. I got this, which is a Rough Rider. Yay, Rough Rider! In VG10 and brass handles. Rather than getting the Penguin, I wanted to get, you know, I was a little bit in hey, everybody likes a Penguin. I'm going to go off the path a little bit and see what else is out there. And this one, geez, might have paid $30 for it. I don't remember. But that's what your brass is starting to do. Is it brass or copper? I almost want to say for sure it's brass. Doesn't have a deep carry pocket clip. Does come centered. And it's a nice knife. I just wanted to bring it out and show you guys. Take a look for that if you're interested. And in my video on this, you can definitely see hollow grind on this one. So got a couple sheep foot knives here, couple what do we want to call them, Wharncliffes. We'll just kind of line them all up for you, probably in order of size. Some of these are still available. 41 bucks last time I checked, 32 bucks, 50 something, 45, and I think these are now in that 40 plus range. That must be copper if this is brass. So, okay guys, thanks for checking out the channel.